Alright. Hello everyone, my name is Rolando Mendez. The topic of my speech today is the different types of electricity. There are three major forms of electricity I'll be talking about today. Static electricity, which comes out as a jolt of lightning. Direct electricity, which comes out like a stream. And alternating current, which comes out as a wave. The reason why I feel validated in talking about this subject is that I've gone through a 2-year course of mechatronics at Nashville State, and this pertains to my major. The first one I will be talking about will be static electricity, found in 600 BCE, first noted by Thales of Miletus. He first discovered it by rubbing a piece of amber against some fur. And after rubbing it, he noticed that the amber then was able to pick up small pieces of dust and hair. This was the first notation of static electricity. Because of the rag being an insulator, it holds on tight to its electrons, and the glass, as this type, acts as a conductor, freely giving it. And by him rubbing it together, he was forcing the amber's electrons into the rag. And the reason why it's called static electricity is because both of these ones will stay positively charged because it lost its electrons, and negatively charged because it has more and it's holding it. And it's static because it will not flow until they touch again. And when they touch, it comes out as one quick jolt of lightning. That's what lightning is. The second one was direct current. Back in 1799, Alexandre Voltaire first created the voltaic pile. This was one of the earliest known forms of a battery. It was constructed by putting a piece of zinc, a damp rag full of brine, which is salt water, and then a piece of copper. By doing this first cell, it created a small amount of electricity. And since the zinc has less of a hold on its electrons than the copper steals it away, thus moving it upwards. And as you put more cells on each other, the strength of the electricity grows more and more, until it only flows in one direction and you get a battery. Most of the batteries we have nowadays, we have gotten sophisticated enough to control the voltage, the ampage, and allowed it to become a lot more useful. And that's actually what powers most of the things today. Like cars are powered by batteries, laptops, nearly everything nowadays is controlled by DC that we actually work on. And then the last form of electricity would be alternating electricity. This one was found in 1832 by Hoplite Pixii. He created the electromagnetic machine, which worked on Faraday's principle that he found that a magnet run past a coil of wire will create electricity, and vice versa. Electricity going through a coil of wire creates a magnet. And so he figured out by spinning an magnet against coils, he was able to force one side to push its electrons and the other side to pull the electrons, going it in one direction. And as it flipped, it would then push and pull, making it go in the other direction. This is why it moves like a wave, because it goes one direction, then back and forth, thus being alternating. This main type is very useful because it's able to travel long distances. This is the type of electricity that goes through our power lines. And that's why the power plants and everything along those sorts are able to be further away from civilization. And all of these are the basic principles that our world runs upon. Static electricity is found in nature, most commonly in lightning, but we've also learned how to harness it to use it in printers. We give a slight positive charge to the paper, and the negative charge of the ink jumps to it and sticks. Through finding out about DC electricity, we are now able to power electric motors. And we're also able to power electronics and are able to move freely while being able to control it. And AC, we're able to make a lot bigger and stronger motors, and we're also able to power things from further away, which solves a lot of the problems that DC had, and DC was able to control static. So through the evolution of learning about all these principles, we've able to come this far. And at the end of this speech, I want you all to be either more fascinated with, or at least appreciate a little bit more of what type of science and engineering goes into everything that goes towards today. How far was I?